Hi, this is 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And today I'm just bringing you a video of me in my Type 7 doing a bit of space tracking. This is me doing my weekly merit grind. I either do this in my Type 7 or my Type 9, or sometimes my Type 6, depending on the, what outpost or station I've got to run merits from, how long I've got, etc. My preferred method is Type 7 and large landing pads, because I hate outposts and medium and small landing pads on outposts. Can't be doing with it. Like my nice big ship stasis, I like to be in a large ship running to and from stations. That's the way I roll. This is me in my Type 7 just kicking back and relaxing and doing what I love to do. Space tracking in open on Elite Dangerous. And you see those blue rings around my ship? They're called shields. I recently got moaned at because I killed some shieldless guys in Cubio and they got upset with me. Unfortunately, I didn't make it into a video because I wasn't recording when I killed them, and they were just people running merits in shieldless anacondas and cutters, etc. And they got very salty with me because I might have rammed them to death in a ramber. And I have very little sympathy because I'm in a ship that doesn't mass lock your ship, and you're in a ship that could and should have very powerful shields, and you've chosen not to take those shields. I have chosen to take shields on my Type 7, and they're incredibly weak. I would kill for the shield strength of a anaconda or a cutter on my Type 7, but you mend and make do with what you get. My Type 7 has not got the strongest shields in the world, but it doesn't matter because it's got a lot of double brace stuff in there and B-rated stuff in there, and it can take a bit of a kicking. And I'll be honest, not many people these days come out for me in my Type 7. They know full well I'm just going to high wake immediately, and I'm going to high wake some decent distance because I've got a decent jump range on this thing. Or I'm going to see you and then I'm going to head out into Super Cruise and just passively aggressively annoy you as I just drift into Super Cruise for a long period of time with my much bigger fuel tank than you've got on your combat ship. That maneuver does annoy people, but I still think it's a valid and justified tactic. It is quite funny. When you're in a ship like a Type 7, you're not looking to fight anyone, even though my Type 7 has enforcer cannons. That's only there for the NPC funness, not to try and attack a player or defend myself against a player. But ultimately, I thought I'd bring you this footage just to show that I am in open doing power play every week, and if people want to moan at me because I kill people who do power play in Empire space, you can always feel free to come down and try and take revenge on me here. Though admittedly, if you do come down here en masse, you're probably going to get some Cumo crew attention quite quickly. In fact, I have quite often got Cumo crew attention with them asking me what I'm up to, and it's like, dude, I know you. We're allied with you as in the Dark Marauders and Cumo crew, and secondly, I'm Archon Delaine. What do you think I'm doing space trucking in this system? I'm running merits to get my rank up. But I always get tier 4, not the most expansive, not the most merits needed. So it's either a couple of runs in my Type 7 or a couple of runs in my Type 9 or a few runs in my Type 7, and I quite happily bimble about running merits and taking that risk of running merits in open because I've got shields. I know how to build a ship, I can survive, I know how to jump out, and those things are important. If you want to survive as a space trucker in this game, it's best to know how to escape. Please check my escape and evasion guide. And if you run shieldless, I have no sympathy for you. So to the gentleman that got angry with me because I killed him in a shieldless ship, I'm sorry. I really couldn't give a damn. You were pledged to power play, you were a legitimate target, and it's not my fault you were running your shields and I rammed you to death, virtually one-shotting you in a mamba. It's the way of the world, it's the nature of the game. You're doing power play, I'm doing power play. Part of my power play is destroying other commanders doing power play. One of the reasons I do power play is to justify reasons why I can attack certain people, i.e. attack imps or have some fun blockading a port and just killing anyone who tries to get into that system, who's there supporting the local faction. You know, I love a good blockade. I love running a good blockade, and I love setting up a good blockade. It's always good fun. And it brings life to the open environment, and very few players actually run into other players, so it is nice when you run into some players and they tell you to move along, otherwise they'll have to kill you. And I like the fun roleplay aspect of power play. It generates and creates organic PvP, and organic PvP is what I prefer. You know, I'm hoping to go along to Spare Rations tournament that's coming up. I won't have a team for it. I think I'm just going along as a spectator and to hang out and chat and maybe record a few clips for a video. But honestly, when it comes to PvP, you know, tournaments, that sort of thing is not where I want to be. I want to be doing fun, silly fights with stupid people using absolutely ridiculous equipment in the craziest of situations, and that is organic PvP. It's crazy, it's over the top, and it's silly. You never know what's going to happen, you never know what weapons people are going to be bringing out, and yeah, just be careful of all the missiles, because that's generally what I see a lot when it comes to organic PvP. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I thought I'd show this as just, you know, evidence that I do my merit grind weekly, and you know, even though I am a murderous scumbag killing all those Empire pilots in Empire space, disrupting their power play, if they wanted to, they could always come across and try and stop me doing what I'm doing, but be warned, you're probably going to get killed by Chemo Crew if you do that. But that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments down below.